Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to a outdoor day game of APBA baseball. This is a one-off game, and what I decided to do here was I was watching an episode of This Week in Baseball, the last game of the year, and I guess it was 1987 because they showed Reggie's last game of his career. I think he came up in '67 with the A's, and he retired in 1987 with the A's, which was a pretty cool full circle, came full circle on that. And he had a decent final year. He didn't play the whole season, had about 300 bats, but he did have a good season, and he got 2 hits in the final game, and that's what I decided to do, play his last game. So that's what this video is called, Reggie Jackson's last game. Now, this game has it's the last game of the year, and it actually has a pretty good pitching matchup. You got the lefty Floyd Bannister, who's a B pitcher. That's pretty good in APBA. And then you got Dave Stewart, who's also a B pitcher. He's an X, whereas Bannister has a little bit better control, and he's a Z. So it's a pretty interesting matchup. It's a high-powered matchup. There's 2 good pitchers going up against each other. So I expect this to be a fast game. And I went to digidugout.com, and you can print out any scorecard from any game ever. I printed out the scorecard. I have it to my right. It's going to be Mike Gallego, the second baseman, leading off. The future Yankee, Steve Henderson, in right field, batting second. Jose Canseco, left fielder, batting third. Batting cleanup is Reggie Jackson. So Canseco and Reggie actually played together. Carney Lansford, the first baseman, usually a third baseman, but he's playing first base today. Terry Steinbach, usually the catcher, is playing third base today. It's Dwayne Murphy in center field, Nicky Telton, the catcher, and Walt Weiss, this is Walt Weiss' rookie season. He has, I think, 30 at-bats. And he will be playing shortstop and batting ninth. And like I said, the pitcher will be Floyd. For the A's, it will be Stewart, and for the White Sox, it will be Floyd Bannister facing Gallego. So here goes. Now to play APBA, these are the rules. You need to use a yellow dice shaker. You cannot use any other type of shaker. It must be a yellow type shaker. So and it has to be the hard plastic shaker, which sometimes the dice get kind of stuck up into. This is what you must use to play APBA baseball. Otherwise, you're a hack. You're not really representing the game as it should be. This little sound, you got to make this little sound. See that little sound? That's a must. You must make that sound when playing APBA baseball. So let's get started. It's going to be Mike Gallego. He's from Whittier, California. That's a 12, and that is a ground ball to third baseman. Up with it is Lions over to first, 1 up, 1 down. Next is Hondo Henderson, ex-Met, 63, and that's chopped to short. Coming in hard is Guillen, fires to first, 2 up, 2 down. Now, one thing about APBA Basic, it plays extremely fast. Here's Jose Canseco, and that's a comebacker to Bannister. Feels his position, throws out Canseco, and that retires the side. And no runs, no hits at the bottom of the first. Ozzie Guillen against his nickname is David Stewart. Smoke is his nickname. A 62 is his strikeout. So Stewart retires the first batter on strikes. Blows one by. The high heat against Guillen. And next is Donnie Hill at 24, and that's a fly ball lifted to shallow left. And Canseco puts it away. The lineup for the White Sox is Guillen leading it off, Donnie Hill at second base batting second. Batting third is the Harold Baines. DH. Batting cleanup is Greg Walker, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Ron Hassey, the catcher. Batting seventh is Darryl Boston, the left fielder. Batting eighth is Gary Reedus, the right fielder. Batting eighth is Ken Williams. Gary Reedus is seventh. Batting eighth is Ken Williams, the center fielder. Batting ninth is Steve Lyons, the third baseman. Here goes Harold Baines, and that's a 22. That's line base hit. First hit of the game for Harold. Next is Greg Walker, Sweet Walker. And here's the pitch. Good power for Walker, 34. And that's line to center field. And right there is Dwayne Murphy. And that retires the side. No runs and one hit. We go to the top of the second. Reggie Jackson. Now, in this actual game, Reggie Jackson had 2 hits. And what's he going to do here? He's going to fly out to right. Over towards the corner is Reedus. He makes the catch. In his final year, Reggie's rated as slow and a 1 outfielder. A 13, Carney Lansford, and that's ball 4. So Carney walks. Next is Terry Steinbach. A 14, and that's a 12. Let's see what that becomes. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the second. Ron Hassey leading it off. It's Hassey, Boston, and Reedus. 21, and that's a fly ball. Sky to center, can of corn for Murphy. Boston, and the 9 is going to be a little ground ball and through the right side for base hit. So Boston's on with a single. Next is Reedus, and he lifts one to shallow right. Racing in is Henderson. He's there. And now it's Ken Williams playing APBA basic. Pretty easy to play. And this is another fly ball in the gap. On his horse is Murphy and tracks it down. Got a good jump on that ball. No runs, no hits. Oh, 1 hit, excuse me. Top of the third. Top of the third is going to be Murphy leading off. It's Murphy, Tettleton, and Weiss. Here goes Murphy, 56, and that is popped up to the shortstop. Guillen makes the catch. Mickey Tettleton, a 22, and that is an 8 with a B pitcher, some sort of an out. It's a fly ball center field. You can shop online with for out number 2. And now it's Walt Weiss. Now we have to go to Steve's card maker to make a Walt Weiss card because I didn't have in my. I have only historically classic sets. And they did not have a card in my set. They did not. The extra players did not include Walt Weiss, 5-4, and that's fly ball to right, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. All right, it's going to be Steven Psycho Lyons. That's his nickname. The cool thing about APBA cards is they give you the nickname of the player. And that's a 25, and that's a fly ball, center field. Over is Murphy. Puts it away. 1 away. Snake Eyes, that's going to take us to the second column. Usually an extra base hit, and this will be an extra base hit, so that's pulled down the line. And after is the right fielder, Henderson, around first and into second base with a double is Ozzie Guillen, a 1-out double. Here's Donnie Hill, 36, and that's a 33. 1-out double, 33 is popped up. Shortstop, Weiss calling for it. 2 outs. Now it's Harold Baines, the lefty. And it's a 5-4. That's lifted to right. Right there is Henderson, makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. Top of the 4th. No score in this game. This game was won by Chicago 5-2, I believe. Gallego with a 21. That's a fly ball left field. Henderson is next. 13 is ball 4. So the A's have a runner. Jose Canseco, 64. That's a K. Swings right through a fastball. And now it's Reginald Martinez Jackson with 2 outs and 1 on. No score. Jackson, strike 3, down on one knee. Classic Reggie swing. No runs, no hits. So Jackson's 0 for 2 today. Greg Walker leading it off against Dave Stewart. That's a K. Number 2 for Stewart. Ron Hassey, the lefty, at 22, and that's a fly ball center field. 2 up, 2 down. And a 14 is a ground ball, third base. Up with it is Steinbach. Throw to first is low and scooped nicely by Steinbach to Lansford. The third, Lansford usually plays third base. He's at first base today. Steinbach, who usually catches at third base today. Last game of the season. I guess you can do this sort of thing. All right. That was bottom of the 4th, and go to the top. It's going to be Carney Lansford. And a 26 is a K. That's K number 1, 2, 3. Steinbach is next. 63. That's lifted to right field. Right center field. Drifting over is Reedus, and he's there for the out. And next is Murphy. The Murph, 61, and that's a 40. That's foul back. And a 22 is fly ball center field. On the run is Ken Williams at the track and runs it down. Got a great jump on that. Ken Williams is the center fielder for the Chicago White Sox. My friend Ben would like to know that I'm using his White Sox. Gary Reedus here in the bottom of the 5th with no score in this game. And that's okay. K number 3 for Stewart. And 15, Ken Williams, that's line, base hit. For Ken Williams, on with a single. Pitch to Lyons is high, and there goes Williams. Throw down, not in time, so stolen base for Kenny Williams. A single and a stolen base puts the go-ahead run at second. Pete Lyons, 36, and that's popped up. Shortstop Weiss makes the catch. 2 away. Go-ahead run at second base. What's going to happen here? Bottom of the 5th. The leadoff batter, Ozzie Guillen, who's 1 for 2, he struck out and doubled. And that's a 54, and that's lifted to right field. Back goes the first baseman, Lansford. In comes Henderson, and Henderson calls him off at the last minute, makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit. We're at the top of the 6th. Good old-fashioned pitching duel. Mickey Tettleton is up, followed by Weiss, and then the top of the order, Gallego. 42, and that's a strikeout. Tettleton chases the curveball. Walt Weiss has a pretty good card, and a 24 is going to be back-to-back Ks. And those are Ks number 4 and 5. And now we go to the top of the order. Mike Gallego here in the top of the 6th. 34, that's lifted to center. Right there is Kenny Williams for out number 3. Donnie Hill in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Stewart. Fly ball to right. Steve Henderson makes the catch. Harold Baines, 21, and that's a fly to left. Canseco's out there. Makes the catch, and it's Greg Walker. And that's going to be second column. It's going to be a line drive base hit. 2-out single. Cut off nicely by the center fielder, Dwayne Murphy. And that keeps Walker to a single, and he's slow, so he's going to be going station to station here. Ron Hassey. Here's the pitch, and that's a 23. That's strike 3. So that is number 4 for Stewart. And we go to the top of the 7th. This is a 0-0 game here in the top of the 7th. So it's a pitching duel extraordinaire. Stevie Henderson, followed by Jose Canseco and Reginald Martinez Jackson, number 44, although he was number 9 when he started out. And that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Lions over the first. 1 up, 1 down. Canseco with a fly ball to deep right. And back goes Reedus and makes the catch at the track. And now it's Martinez, Reginald Martinez Jackson. He lifts one to right as well. Backing up a little bit is Reedus, makes the catch, and that's 3 up, 3 down. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Stewart against Boston, Reedus and Williams, 22, and that's going to be a 0, which takes us to the second column. This could be trouble, 36, and that is going to be line drive over the center fielder's head. After it is Murphy, and he takes a nice bounce right back to him, throws it in quickly, and stopping at second with a leadoff double is Darryl Boston. Gary Reedus. And we're going to try to bunt. That's a 41, is a 28. There's a runner on second. Got to use a chart book. Uh, 41 is a 28. And that is a little, it's hit to the first baseman. He's going to have only 1 play. That's going to move Boston over to third. So it's a sacrifice. 3 to 4. And that's going to bring up Kenny Williams. Infield is in for the Oakland A's. Here's a pitch from Stewart, a 52, a 27, and that should be a strikeout. Uh, 27, he's a 3, and that should be a strikeout, and it is a strikeout. And now there's 2 outs, running on third, and it's Lions. Here's a pitch to Lions, a 51, and that is going to be hit hard. Will it drop? I don't know, and it caught by the right fielder. Nice diving catch by Stevie Henderson. And no runs and 1 hit. We go to the top of the 8th. All right. So now both pitchers are going to be A pitchers now. Lansford leading off the top of the 8th inning. Here's a pitch from Bannister, 64. And a 22 is a little roller to the first baseman, who's going to flip to the pitcher covering, 3 to 1. It's one of the few games that actually has a 3 to 1. Most tabletop games don't include a 3 to 1 at all. Steinbach, 51, and that's an A. That now, since both pitchers are A's, that's going to be an out. Usually a 9 is a hit against the B pitcher, but that's going to be a pop-up. No, it's a ground ball to short. Ian throws him out. 2 outs, and it's Dwayne Murphy. Here's the pitch, 32, and that's chopped to second base. Donnie Hill whips it to first, and that retires the side, 3 up, 3 down. Ozzie Guillen leading it off, 14, and that's a 5. Ground ball to third baseman across the diamond, 5-3. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Donnie Hill, 26, and that's a fly to right. Henderson over towards the line and makes the catch, and now it's Howell Baines. 35, and a 9 is going to be a ground ball to short. Weiss over to first, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 9. Still no score in this game. Hard to believe. Wow. Still no score in this game. And we got a no-hitter alert. We've got a no-hitter being pitched by Floyd Bannister, Mickey Tettleton, Walt Weiss, and Mike Gallegos. So Floyd Bannister is going into the top of the ninth in a 0-0 game with a no-hitter. He's walked 2 batters. He walked Connie Lansford in second and Steve Henderson in the fourth. All right, Mickey Tettleton, here goes. Pitch from Bannister. And a 56 is going to be a pop-up. To the shortstop. Right there is Guillen, and he makes the catch. And next is Walt Weiss from Tuxedo, New York. And a 41 is chopped to short. Waiting back now, charging is Guillen. Over to first, high, but nice stretch by the first baseman, Connie Lansford, who's normally a third baseman. Let's try to get that into the... So we got a no-hitter being pitched by Floyd Bannister. He's pitched 8 2/3 innings of no-hit ball. Here goes, and a 43 is a chopper comebacker back to Bannister. He's going to field his position. Throws out Gallego. And that retires the side. Floyd Bannister's just pitched 9 innings of no-hit ball, and there's no score in this game. This is one of the most unusual games that you're going to find. All right, so it's going to be Walker, Hassey, and Boston. So there's actually potential to pitch a no-hitter and lose the game here. If for example, well, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. All right. So let's see if the White Sox can score a run here and win it for Floyd Bannister so he get his no-hitter. It's going to be Greg Walker. But that's a snake eyes. That's going to take us into the second row, which could be a home run. It's a home run at 11, 22, 44, 33, 55, and 66. Oh, and that's 25, and that's a deep drive and off the top of the wall. That's going to be a leadoff double for Greg Walker. Walker's on at second. I'd like to bring in a pinch runner here. See who I have. I don't even know if any of these guys played or didn't play. Let me take a quick peek. Baltimore, St. Louis. Let's take a quick look at this game to see so we can bring in the right guys. And this is the last game of the season. I'm going into Baseball Reference now and taking a quick look at the last game of the season. All right, let's see what happens. Sunday, October 4th at Chicago. The White Sox have a guy named Fred Manrique and Needy, Pat Needy. So let's see if we can find one of those. Oh, dude, man, he's fast. Freddie Manrique is fast. He's going to come in. He's going to run for the first baseman. So Manrique is in there. And now it's going to be Ron Hassey, Dave Stewart, who's an A. And we're going to try to bunt him over to third. So let's try to get a bunt on Hassey. And a 24 is a fly, he squares the bunt. That's a 30. With a runner in second, 30 is going to be a little ground ball to the third baseman. You're going to have only one play. That's the first. So moving to third on the sacrifice is Manrique. So it's a sacrifice. And what do we say it was? A 30 was Justin Cleveland. All right. So the winning run is a third. They're going to bring the infield in, the outfield in. Everybody's in now. Darryl Boston, the left-hander, against Dave Stewart. Here's a pitch. 36, and that is a 33 with a runner on third. And that is a fly ball. Center field, and tagging up is Manrique, and here comes Manrique, and here comes the throw, and he is safe. The ball game is over. Floyd Bannister pitches a sacrifice fly, and Floyd Bannister pitches a no-hitter. Holy smokes. Can you believe it, folks? Floyd Bannister pitches a no-hitter in 27 minutes. 27-minute APBA game. The White Sox win it by a score of 1-0 on the sacrifice fly by Darryl Boston with one out in the bottom of the ninth. Holy smokes. Wow. So that's you don't get these very often, so that's no hits. How many did he strike out? 5. Struck out 5, walked 2. No runs, no hits, no wild pitches. Wow. Crazy. And Dave Stewart's going to lose it. He went 8 2/3. And he allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 run, 1 earned run. Walks. No walks, strikeouts. He had 4, 5. 5 strikeouts. No hit by pitch. Probably got batter faced on this. So it was, let me see, 20. 20. Wait, he faced, wow. He faced 28 batters. Floyd Bannister did. Batters faced 28 batters. Crazy. Floyd Bannister pitches no-hitter, APBA baseball. What can I say? Very exciting. Very easy to play. Reggie's last game, what does Reggie do? He goes 0 for 3, 2 fly balls and a strikeout, but he was overshadowed. His last performance was overshadowed by a no-hitter pitched by the Chicago Cubs starter, Floyd Bannister. This is CP Cards and Dice. I hope you enjoyed our game, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.